Imagine a dusty hidden corner in the very back of your mind, a space where negative beliefs have remained for so long that it is almost as though layers and layers of dust settled over them, making them appear older, heavier, more permanent than they truly are. Here, negative beliefs may have remained for so long that they slowly turned into a quiet voice in the background of your own mind, a voice that has been whispering from this hidden corner, repeating the same old messages, the same old doubts, the same old fears. Some things can become so familiar that we never question whether they truly belong. But this isn't the only place in your mind. There is another space, a space that exists beyond these old patterns. And as you allow your awareness to gently move away from this dusty corner, you may begin to notice the way the mind stores things. Not everything that is kept is needed. Not everything that is stored is helpful or even true. In fact, some of those beliefs may not have been yours to begin with. Some of these beliefs may even be something that was interpreted through a distorted lens. We are going to work on those old beliefs now. So without any effort, without trying to force or analyze anything at all, allow your attention to quietly turn inward. With every quiet breath you take, in and out, noticing how the rhythm naturally slows itself down. Your mind, which spends so much of its day analyzing, measuring, organizing, checking, can simply set its tools down for a while. It has done its job, it has kept you safe, but right now it can just sit quietly in the corner of the room, resting while a deeper, calmer layer of your mind steps forward. All the noise of recent days, the conversations, the tasks, the worries, they begin to drift outside your awareness, getting smaller, growing fainter. And from this deep, quiet depth, you can let your eyes grow heavier, sinking just a little deeper now. Imagine, feel, sinking lower, down through your adulthood, through all the busy seasons, dropping deeper still, until you settle down into a time when you were so little, your eyes were taking everything in for the very first time. Your mind was like a curious sponge in the early state before you had built the inner tools or perspective you hold today. Your mind was simply exposed to the environment around it. Internal rules began to be formed, assumptions made, beliefs set in about who you needed to be, about what was expected, possible or allowed, Notice how a belief formed in the past has been allowed to govern your present, and right here, from the clarity of this moment, your mind can finally look back at that original recording and recognize it for what it truly is: an old line of code, an outdated rule written at a time that has long since passed. And in that newly opened space where that old, outdated belief used to sit, there's now a vast, quiet freedom, an empty space in your mind, waiting, untethered from the past. You can allow your mind to quietly consider, what would I like to put in its place? What truth, what feeling, what new way of being do you choose to carry forward from this moment on? Allow that new belief to form, not with force, but as a natural, quiet certainty, taking root from where that old story used to be. Notice how different this feels compared to the old rule that was given to you. The old premise was something you had to carry, something you had to adapt to, but this new belief is something you have actively chosen, born out of your own clarity, your own presence, and the full reality of who you are now. Your subconscious begins to integrate it effortlessly, sinking down into the very same foundational space where the old rule once lived, settling into your mind like a seed finding rich, welcoming ground, subtly shifting the landscape of your mind. Notice how this changes things. Picture yourself moving through your life with this new premise running quietly in the background, faced with the same old situations, the same old triggers or uncertain environments, but responding from a completely different foundation. And now, allow later moments to come into your mind, events that happen to you or around you, and the beliefs surrounding it. Not forcing any specific memory to appear, but simply allowing whatever scene, whatever season of your life needs attention right now to surface in its own time. Feel how it shapes your choices. Feel an identity that you have adopted along the way. Notice how safe it feels now to gently unbutton that old identity. Notice any false patterns your mind has created. Watch those links break apart. Notice silent promises made out of guilt or love, believing that if you outgrow the struggle of others, you are betraying them, or that if you step into full joy while others suffer, you are leaving them behind, that it would be unfair. Let your mind feel the deep, quiet permission to thrive, without feeling as though you are taking anything away from anyone else. You can simply feel the collective hold of all those varied, outdated programs, loosening, softening, and untangling like a complex knot, finally giving way, allowing every borrowed weight, every old identity, every physical reflex, and every false pattern to dissolve. Remember that dust we talked about earlier. Imagine sweeping it away now, watching it rise into the air, catching the bright, clear light of this present moment and simply dispersing into nothingness. Watch as the broom sweeps over every corner, clearing the floor, clearing the air, clearing the entire landscape of your mind. And on this clean, unmarked surface, you begin to build the new foundation. What do you want to place there? What do you choose to anchor into this newly cleared ground? What belief do you want to take on? What becomes possible for you now? When an old situation tries to test you, what is the new reaction that rises up effortlessly instead? If someone who knows you saw you today, what shift would they notice first? What old habit of thought tries to reach for you out of mere repetition, only to find that there is no longer anything there for it to hold on to? What new boundary or standard rises up within you now, effortlessly and without any need for anger or explanation? If you look ahead to a goal or a dream that once felt just slightly out of reach, how different does it look now through the lens of this quiet certainty? How does your mind feel knowing that this space is now entirely yours? What is the exact moment where you used to hesitate, but now move forward with complete, quiet momentum? How does your inner voice sound now that that old, dusty echo in the background has completely gone silent. What does it feel like to look back at that once hidden corner and see that it is no longer hidden, no longer dark, and no longer holding anything over you? And as these questions and answers gently fade into the quiet background of your mind, there's no rush at all, no need to hurry back, just taking all the time you need, allowing these new, clear insights to settle deeply into your subconscious, resting right where they belong, feeling the quiet rhythm of your breathing, slow and steady, each breath bringing a gentle, subtle awareness back to the physical room around you. Notice the soft rise and fall of your chest, the comforting weight of your body. Safe, grounded, and deeply relaxed, feeling a very gentle warmth returning to your hands and feet now. A peaceful, refreshing energy beginning to drift upward through your body, like a cool breeze clearing away any lingering heaviness. And whenever you are ready, in your own time, letting your eyes softly open, fully back, calm, grounded, completely relaxed.